So when it comes to the roster of the Thunderbolts, we know that they were playing with plenty of ideas of using characters we haven't seen in a while. One of these being Morpheus himself, yes, Goliath. Obviously, he's not Morpheus in real life, let me clarify that. But yeah, they were going to bring in Goliath in the second and third act, and he was going to be a major part of the story up until he wasn't. So yeah, no Lawrence Fishburne for us. Some people seem to have forgotten that Lawrence Fishburne Morpheus is in the MCU. He first appeared in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he was the father, or adoptive father, of Ghost. And well, he's appeared in What If, wearing a more comic-accurate suit for Goliath, if you will, at least in terms of colors and his look. Well, in regards to not seeing him for a while, we could have actually seen him in the Thunderbolts, as the writer of Thunderbolts, Eric Pearson, was recently talking about scrapped ideas and versions of the film that didn't pan out. He specifically highlights a version where Bucky was not involved and the story played out completely differently. And what happened in this version of the script was that Bill Foster was in fact involved. And he, aka Goliath, he says, had a giant big role. Again, haha, Goliath, giant role. And he says that what happens is he shows up during the middle, aka the second act, and really ends up joining the team in the third act. And that they were playing around with this idea of having two older guys on the team, aka Foster, Goliath, and Alexei. And that they wanted these two father figures with their daughters right there. But ultimately, they decided that that just wasn't working with what they were trying to do with the film, with the underlying tones of trauma, and that there might have been a little too much. So during this development process, they tried to get Goliath to work. It didn't work. So then they scaled it back and realized, hey, we once considered Bucky. What if we put Bucky back in? And that way, he can kind of bridge things together. And as we see in the film, you can see how that really clicks. Because if you remove Bucky, you can fit in Bill Foster easily into the film. Like, he just fits into the end of the second and third act. And I honestly think they made the right choice. Because I don't think Goliath would have fit into this the way some people are fantasizing he would have. Sure, it would have been cool to see him grow to the size of Watchtower or Avengers Tower and fight Sentry. But what of that, you know? It's a cool visual, but then again, it takes away from what we're seeing, you know, and what we have at hand, the personal inner demons that they're fighting. So it honestly makes sense that they pulled back on him, but let's hope that this means we're going to see him in live action again and soon. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching and have a good one.